Where's RJS's? Oh no. Wait, this one's mine, and then his is here. Hit us with it.
When is that Z tier Silco? Okay. Okay, let's have a look. I think for one, I think Lissandra is, I mean, it is a D tier champ, I agree, but I think it has one small place into LeBlanc. If you have first pick Lee Sin and they early rotate LeBlanc to deny it from LeBlanc Lee Sin, then I think that's Lissandra's only place in the game.
Some of these placements are like really hard because I'm not doing what RJS is doing, where he adds like the counter pick component. You know what I mean? I'm just like trying to assess like general power level ability in the game. Like I don't understand. Like how can Corky be C tier in his tier list?
Yeah, Corky's definitely not C tier. I mean, the nerfs did hit him a bit because like the package 5 minutes lasts a minute, 6 minutes Drake every 5. You can't fight every Drake, right? But I still think the champ has a place. AP Corky. It's not C tier for sure. Like Corky. Akali, for example, in C tier, I would agree because I think Akali is just a better top laner right now into Gwen. That's it. And the only time Akali's ever picked in EU is into Victor, I think, and lose lane early and then have kill pressure with jungle.
Right.
Then I kill Katarina and Morgan. You put Seraphine in C tier? Don't like her?
So, yeah, I mean, this is something that my chat was surprised about. So she's getting changed next patch. Like, they're shifting her to be a healer, not AP. I think her best roles are AD carry and support. Like, I think if you can flex her, she's higher. I think if you can't flex her, her, like, standalone individual abilities, she's just C.
Is that the reason you have Zeri in A, because of the flex as well?
Yeah, well, no, because there's no flex. I just think Zeri as a standalone is kind of nuts. You don't think so?
Yeah, I mean, the one I've only ever seen one game of Zeri mid, and it was because of the flex, because it got a good matchup mid, and bot had such a hard winning lane as well because of it, which gave just so much value to the game itself. Yeah. But I also saw Zeri mid, was it Doinby playing it? And it looked really, really strong. I think it was Doinby.
I mean, Nemesis spams her a lot in Korean solo queue.
It's a really small sample size we've seen in pro play, but I think the 2 games I've seen it was just super strong. One provided like really good flex for bot, the other one was just, I don't know, Doinby on Zeri was like, absolutely everywhere.
I think she's just good. I think if you play her mid like 100 games, you learn her matchups, you learn how to get out of certain lane phases, then you just end up with Zeri, and Zeri's just broken. So
what Doinby did in the games was like he would just fast push mid, and he would literally just run top or bot and not even try to kill pressure, and he would just lane with them and hit the tower until the wave, and then just run back to mid. Because you have an easy track with the walls, and he would do the same in bot.
Oh, but you know what? I don't know what's going to happen on her nerf patch. This isn't her nerf patch, right? She's nerfed.
Is she nerfed again on 12? She's nerfed on 12.3?
She's nerfed on 12.4, right?
She's nerfed on 12.4.
I made this list on 12. This is a 12.3 list. I don't know what 12.4.
Yeah, I didn't see. I haven't read 12.4. I haven't even read 12.3 that much yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I have read 12.3, of course I have. Yeah, I haven't read 12.4. You think Ilaoi mid, is that for melee champs? Or
yeah, so if they pick Sylas, Akali, Aurelia, like any melees.
I see it.
Any melees. Yeah.
I think Vex is kind of like, yeah, it's just a counter pick champ as well, into like LeBlanc kind of. The only ones I'm unsure about, for example, are like Karthus mid. What matchup would you pick Karthus mid into it?
I think Karthus can play against everything if you learn him. Okay. I think he can go even, or he bullies a lot of matchups. Obviously, like there are matchups that do beat him, right? But I think everyone has a matchup that beats them, except for. I mean, Ivern has like 2 matchups that are really rough for him, but he should be able to go. He should be able to go even or win versus everyone else. I know that's a pretty weird claim if you've never like watched the champion.
Yeah. Is it first strike Karthus?
In mid lane, you can go first strike, or you can just bully. Vigar V2 plays him a lot. Also tweets about him.
I saw that. I saw one of his clips where he had it.
Yeah.
I think the list is good. I think I would. The only things I would small change is LeBlanc, Sylas. I think they're they're playable. Like, for example, LeBlanc is opened up a lot by jungle matchup, and Sylas is opened up a lot on R5, depending on drafts. So they're in kind of the same tier as like Vex, Lissandra-ish when it comes to... They're not strong champs if you blind them ever, but if the comp's right, it can work pretty well, because mid right now has so many champions at work if you find the right angle.
Sylas can definitely... I think Sylas can be a lot better if he's in a really good spot, but I like as a blind standalone, I can't... Like, me personally, I don't value him high as like a standalone. But I think that like a lot of the champions in B, they can be standalones in some spots, even though, some of them do require like star alignment, like fucking Costin and Alawi. Stuff like that. So
I like it. I like the list a lot.
Wonderful.
I like the list a lot. The only ones I don't... Maybe I don't play much, or I don't see much, or I don't like consciously think much are... One is Cho'Gath, like
Alawi and shit. Cho, yeah. So Cho, I said it on a Double List podcast, right? Cho, by enemy teams and scrims, like I've said this on podcasts, I said it on my stream, etc. Cho was like perma being banned by opponents. But I value him that high because he can go so many roles. But he also just has good matchups. It's like really hard to move Cho'Gath in lane. So I think he's pretty good, AP Cho'Gath. And also got buffed again.
Also think Galio is a champ where it's like, if your comp is good, Galio works. Like, for example, Galio, Camille Hecarim, something like this.
Galio could be beat.
Galio works for sure. The problem is, I think his blind is weak because he has really not hard counters, but lane bullies when it comes to range matchups. And if you can't get the game rolling, you're never really in it. Like, I think in LPL, was it Doinby again? I don't know who it was. They were playing Galio with Predator, and you're roaming around the map, ganking everyone, and it worked in their game against, I think it was BLG. But if your team, you need a good... It sounds weird, but you need a good team to play Galio. Because you can't carry the game. But you can carry the early game so that they can carry the game. And if your team is bad, Galio is just overall weaker.
Yep. I agree. I think Galio has a lot of friends right now in the meta, though. So that also helps him. Like, he has a lot of supporting teammate champions that are very popular. That are also pretty good. I think that's kind of good. But, yeah.
Cool. I like it a lot.